Hello and welcome. I'm Catherine Osborne, President and CEO of Corporate Harmony, and I'll be your host for today's webinar with the help of your certified subject matter experts. Today, we will introduce you to the Positive Presence Behavior Competencies and the Center for Influential Leadership, for which I am a licensed affiliate and the Canadian representative. I am also a certified coach for the Center for Influential Leadership, where we specialize in creating tactical capacity for leadership development. If you've read my book, Corporate Harmony, the performance link for today's modern organization, you will know what tactical capacity is. If you haven't read my book, I would encourage you to do so. And simply put, tactical capacity can be thought of as any behavior that is not a technically explicit behavior. In other words, tactical capacity is the behavior that enables you to be a role model for your direct reports. It's the behavior that guides operational improvements. It's the behavior that guides others through change. And it's the behavior that allows you to sustain excellence on the job. First, some housekeeping. I would ask everyone to pick up your smartphone or electrical device and turn it off, please. Then, place it in the middle of the table, face down. Thank you. The time we spend together here today is your time and no one else's. It's important that you enjoy this time without the pressures of the outside world. One of the things we are going to practice throughout these sessions is the art of being present in the moment, right now, with me. Again, one of the things we are going to practice throughout these sessions is the art of being present in the moment, right now, with me. So, please, close your eyes. Put both feet flat on the floor and sit comfortably in your chair. Now, take a deep, deep breath. Inhale. Fill up your lungs until they push your abdomen right out. 1, 2, 3. Now slowly, slowly exhale every tiny bit of air and blow away every bit of your work responsibility for right now in this moment. 2, 3. I will be counting for your breath, but if you can't keep up such a slow pace, just breathe as comfortable for you, understanding that the slower, the better. And it will come with practice. Now, take another very slow, deep, deep breath. 1, relax and drop your shoulders. 2, feel the tenseness leave your hands, your arms, your face, your neck. 3, and now slowly, slowly exhale every tiny bit of air. 1, and relax your chest, your abdomen, your hips, and your legs, and your feet. 2, 3. Now again, take a deep, deep breath. 1, fill up your lungs until they push your abdomen right out. 2, 3. Now slowly, slowly, exhale every tiny bit of air. 1, and blow away every bit of your home life that is heavy on you. 2, and allow yourself to feel peace right now in this moment. 3, and now open your eyes. You have just done a natural reboot of your personal energy field, also known as your biofield. You will remember that you were just a tiny bit physical, but in comparison, you are a much larger energy field that flows beyond your physical self. This natural reboot exercise helps you to bring you into coherence. It helps to bring you into the here and the now, and it brings you back into the moment. We will be discussing behavior in these sessions, but you cannot discuss behavior without an awareness of your personal human energy, because your behavior is, for the most part, the physical manifestation of your thoughts and feelings. It is the physical manifestation of your energy. The Center for Influential Leadership is a leadership development center for increased productivity, enhanced teamwork, greater initiative, and more agility with change. The center's founder, Dr. Michael Frisina, is an internationally recognized leadership expert, speaker, and author. He has developed leaders and organizational teams worldwide. Dr. Frisina spent his career working in healthcare administration. He completed his postgraduate studies at Cambridge University in England, served as a faculty member and subject matter expert in leadership and ethics at the United States Military Academy at West Point, New York, and the Uniformed Services University of Health Sciences and School of Medicine, Bethesda, Maryland. Prior to entering civilian healthcare, Dr. Frisina served as consultant to the Army Surgeon General for Medical Research and Development and to the Department of Defense Human Genome Project. He is a visiting fellow in medical humanities at Medical College of Pennsylvania and a visiting scholar at the Hastings Center. This program is one of the very few that offer a programmatic, systematic methodology of training and coaching for enhancing behavior capacity within the organization. And I am truly honored to be affiliated and coach certified with them, and extremely privileged to have the opportunity to introduce to you today the positive presence behavior competencies for influential leadership. This slide illustrates the performance driver model as developed by Bill Gates, co-founder of Microsoft, the world's largest PC software company, who said, "In 3 years, every product my company makes will be obsolete. The only question is whether we will make it obsolete or someone else will." It focuses on the key drivers that shape the performance and growth of an organization. Most importantly, the model evaluates how effectively all 5 drivers of a business work together to deliver value to the target market. The 5 key performance drivers are culture, strategy, process, structure, and people. These 5 drivers are the heart of performance. These 5 drivers are what give your organization the ability to deliver value to your customer, to your patients, and to compete in the healthcare marketplace. The model will help you evaluate how your company performs, not just as a collection of individual parts, but as a performance system, as a business system. Influential leadership is a journey into the heart of performance. Influential leadership is not about abstract theories, get-rich-quick techniques, or hyped-up motivational strategies. Influential leadership focuses on the core disciplines, the behavior skills that give us the ability to live and work at our best. In response to the daily challenges of life, we sometimes settle for less than our best. At certain points, we make small but collectively significant compromises. We are a little lazy here, a little careless there, we neglect this, and we make excuses for that. The strategies and skills you will learn will help you improve your effectiveness in every dimension of your life. Our mission is to provide you with tools that will enable you to break through self-limiting barriers and experience higher levels of achievement and deeper levels of meaning in your life and in your work. At the heart of influential leadership is the principle that our behavior skills shape our quality of work and our quality of life. The behavior principles are critical to excellence in every sphere of life. They are essential to excellence and productivity on the job. They are also essential to effective parenting, a fulfilling marriage, healthy families, meaningful friendships, and responsible and supportive communities. You are a leader, whether you realize it or not, regardless of an official title at work or in your community. Every time you connect with someone, you have the opportunity to lead through influence. And so, we are all influential leaders. Jack Canfield, Soup for the Soul author, says, "Life is lived in events. We have virtually no control over these events. What we can control, what is unique to each and every human being, is the power to choose our response to the events as they occur. So choose wisely, as the quality of your life is in your choosing in each and every event. This comes from Jack Canfield's book, The Success Principles. He presents us with the equation event plus response equals outcome. Life is a constant flow of events. Some events we experience are positive, and some are disruptive. How we respond to those events determines the outcomes we get in life and at work. And today's outcomes create tomorrow's events. The truth is that we don't always have control over the events we experience, but we always have control over how we respond. At the heart of influential leadership is our skill for response. Influential leadership enhances quality of work and quality of life because it strengthens our ability to manage the R in the equation. Influential leadership equips us with the behavior skills that enable us to respond effectively to the events we experience every day. The more significant the E, the more important the R. Big E's call for big R's. The influential leadership principles are the keys to self-management. They are the behavior skills, the personal disciplines that give us the ability and motivation to successfully manage our thoughts, feelings, and actions as we respond daily to the challenges, opportunities, and ever-changing circumstances of life and work. Quality of life and quality of work don't just happen. They are the result of strong behavior skills that produce effective self-management. Again, influential leadership provides tools that enable us to handle life with skill. The 10 behavior principles that we teach are neither inherited or instinctive. The 10 behavior principles are skills that must be learned. Skillful mastery of these 10 principles requires discipline and practice. Here's the bottom line. Circumstances don't determine success. Our success in life and at work is determined by how we respond to the circumstances. We want to maximize the R, the response. Every touch point with a patient's family is an E. Every interaction with a colleague is an E. Every interaction with your spouse or your children is an E. Every critical to quality task in a process is an E. Every culture-defining moment is an E. Leading through change requires managing the R effectively. The more positive energy your R creates within you and in others, the better your response will be. The better you do the R, the more success you will have in the game of life. I would strongly recommend that you read Good to Great by Jim Collins. What Collins writes about great companies applies to great people. He says, greatness is not a function of circumstance. Greatness, it turns out, is largely a matter of conscious choice. Here's another way to say it. Greatness does not choose us. Rather, we choose greatness. Consider also that there are two kinds of greatness. Primary greatness is internal. It's who you are. It's your character and integrity. Secondary greatness is external. It's what you do. Secondary greatness without primary greatness is empty and unfulfilling. As your neurochemical electromagnetic energy becomes more positive, as your thoughts and feelings become more conscious, you will choose your greatness and combine it with others to build external greatness. Only then will organizational greatness be within your grasp. The success of corporate programs that call for organizational breakthroughs is determined to a large extent by the willingness and ability of people to engage in personal transformation. This is true of any initiative that requires change. Process improvement programs like TQM, Six Sigma, customer service initiatives, sales initiatives, and mergers and acquisitions. So why do so many of these popular programs fail to produce expected results? Well, it's because they ask for organizational breakthroughs and fail to equip and empower personal breakthroughs. It is a reality of organizational life. First and foremost, personal breakthroughs drive organizational breakthroughs. Here is the hard truth. Corporate programs that do not engage and equip people at the personal level have a high potential for failure. The performance of a company or business unit is the result of the collective performance of its people. Bottom line is that organizations don't do things, people do. People produce results. The best results are produced by the most effective people. The performance of people determines the performance of the organization. Performance is individual and organizational. So is change. The performance of an organization is the result of the collective performance of its people. The ability of an organization to change is determined by the ability of its people to change. No amount of technical competence can overcome weak behavior skills. We are not saying that technically strong people are not productive. Indeed, we all know a brilliant doctor or business person who is irascible and difficult to work with, even a jerk, and yet who produces great technical work. The point is that this person is not operating at peak levels, is not reaching his or her potential, nor is this person bringing out the best in the people around him or her. Despite the great technical work, the person is hard on people. There is a deep human cost to weak behavior skills. So secondly, job skills rise no higher than behavior skills. Influential leaders combine strong technical skills with strong behavior skills. Your organization's people strategy, your strategy for hiring people and developing people, must take into account the importance of two essential skill sets, technical skills and behavior skills. It is critical that you select for both skill sets, and it is critical that you train and develop for both skill sets. Research shows that behavior skills are the key factors in success in jobs at all levels. Research also shows that the higher a person gets on the organizational chart, the more important behavior skills become. Why is this slide here? Well, this is a picture of the Fosbury flop. In 1965, Dick Fosbury deliberately changed his behavior for high jump competition. In 1968, Fosbury's personal breakthrough won him the Olympic gold medal for high jump, and this particular behavior change is now the dominant behavior style of the high jump event. The Fosbury flop is adopted by almost all high jumpers today. This slide literally shows a changed action and or behavior that led Dick Fosbury to literally rise higher. The point of this slide is that behavior skills form the foundation on which job skills reside. Behavior skills determine the level of impact of job skills. Even the most technically brilliant person would benefit from stronger behavior skills. When people get hired, it is usually for the strength of their job skills. But when they get fired, it is often for weakness in their behavior skills. This slide does not suggest that a person must have strong behavior skills in order to achieve. We all know technically strong people with weak behavior skills who have achieved significant things. The point is, weak behavior skills will prevent a person from reaching their full potential. How much more would a person achieve if he or she had strong behavior skills in addition to strong technical competence? Whenever performance does not match potential, there is a gap between how we are actually performing and what we could be achieving with the appropriate level of influential leadership and personal motivation. Performance can be illustrated by this simple formula. Performance equals technical skill times behavioral skills. In reality, it is the intangible things, personal behavior skills, and organizational culture that differentiate the really great organizations from the really good ones. In today's world, the tangible things are easily and readily duplicated. The intangibles, on the other hand, how your people feel, how they think and behave, those intangibles are not easily seen, nor can they be duplicated since every person is unique. The intangibles have a huge impact on organizational performance and ultimate success. Leadership character, values, and behavior are more important now than ever before, given the complexity of our problems, the pace of change, and the instantaneous access to information. The way we think and behave is unique to each of us. It's also very personal, but it's not a secret. Everyone knows us from our behavior, and our behavior is the tangible result of our thinking. Influential leaders are leaders that are ready and willing to be in continuous change mode, continuously flexing and adapting their leadership capacity for the good of their people and their organization, to sustain and grow themselves, their people, and their organization. The technical capacity of any organization provides a huge opportunity for growth anytime, anywhere. Organizational tactical capacity is born in the hearts and the minds of every single person that comprises the organization. In essence, it is the combined energies of all individuals at any given time and in any given place. And so, it is in its simplest form. It is the interactive behavior driven by every individual's thoughts and feelings. That being said, tactical capacity is unique to your organization, and as intangible as it appears to be, it is in fact a capacity that you can develop and build, and it begins with the learnable skill called positive presence. Positive presence is your ability to adjust for and create a positive and energized mindset through conscious thought processes for productive, strength-building behavior. The neuroplasticity of your brain is your brain's ability to change and or grow throughout your lifetime, and this ability does not diminish with age. The majority of your thought processes that drive your behavior actually reside at a subconscious level. But as you develop your ability of awareness, self-awareness in fact, these hidden processes become known to you and consequently can be controlled by you and adjusted as necessary. The positive presence behavior competencies of influential leadership are rooted in fundamental principles that, when applied to every human relationship, will change your life on every level of your being. Change is inevitable and it's constant. To be otherwise is to not be. The skill of positive presence and the positive presence behavior competencies of influential leadership will provide you with the necessary foundation from which you can develop your own personal and organizational strategies to rise above the complexity and the chaos, to make sense out of the ambiguity, and to create the essential connections to maintaining a healthy mind and body in today's lightning fast pace. Positive presence is your natural ability to adjust and create a positive and energized mindset within yourself through conscious thought processes. Your skill level for positive presence depends on many, many things, but mostly it is developed through your life experiences to date and your level of self-awareness, and to some extent, your genetics. The skill of positive presence is very personal. And whatever level you are at today, at this very moment, is the perfect place for you to be right now. The field of neuroscience is a relatively new area of scientific study that began to formally organize in the 1960s. Since then, research coming forward about the workings of the human nervous system has exploded on a global scale, and most significantly, with the aid of neuroimaging technology, brain research is advancing in leaps and bounds. The findings coming forward from the neurosciences have huge implications for business organizations on a global scale. And in fact, these findings call for a gigantic shift in how the modern organization develops its employees, its leaders, and the overall organization in order to succeed in today's global knowledge-based economy. In the knowledge-based economy, it is the first time in human history that a hard day's work is not hard in the physical sense, but instead, it is the employee's brain that's being worked. It is their mind that is being employed. That being said, for today's organizations to succeed and thrive will depend on the ability of the collective working brain power of their workforce to create and produce. Research has proven that the brain power needed for productivity and efficiency today will only occur when we are in a state of positive, emotional, electromagnetic, neurochemical energy. In other words, the emotional state needed for productivity, efficiency, and wellness is the same emotional state that we are in when we are joyous and happy. The research shows, in fact, that the greatest risk to productivity, to work relationships, and to overall wellness in today's workplace is negative energy. Building the skill of positive presence requires a focused self-awareness through which you learn to adjust and create a positive and energized mindset through conscious thought processes. The skill of positive presence is best learned through real-time on-the-job practice with work colleagues. Corporate Harmony's Positive Presence programs provides the collective workforce with protocols, exercises, and techniques that will lead every individual to a keener awareness of self, of others, of behavior habits, and most importantly, of human energy. And in doing so, a new organizational culture will develop, one that is collaborative, connected, and ready to grow. Your brain is an extremely powerful machine to which you hold the controls. Having control requires a keen self-awareness into your emotional energy and your behavior and thought habits. It takes anywhere from 14 days to 8 weeks to rewire a healthy brain for a higher skill level. You rewire by continuous reading, writing, and reciting of information for creating a new thought and behavior habit. Tell yourself often, a learning mind is a healthy mind. I have had the privilege of personally watching this phenomena of rewiring with an entrepreneurial colleague who suffered a severe concussive brain injury and was deemed disabled. She honed her skill of positive presence and, in essence, she rewired her injured brain using conscious thought processes. She was able to rewire her damaged brain, wrought with uncontrollable anger, anxiety, depression, lethargy, hyperactivity, and attention deficit, to create a positive, controlled, and energized mindset that enabled her to re-enter the workforce and return to living a full life. Every one of us has the ability to rewire through the neuroplasticity of our brain. And the fact that this ability does not diminish with age is a true gift of enlightenment. What's more, if a seriously injured brain can consciously be rewired, it makes sense that your healthy brain will rewire with ease. And in fact, the changes that occur using your skill of positive presence are actually a favored state of being for your brain, your mind, and really your overall well-being. If nothing else, over the next 24 sessions, I want you to understand the idea of watching yourself. Dr. Dan Siegel, in his book Mindsight, The New Science of Personal Transformation, calls this capability mindsight, and it requires first and foremost the ability to be present in the moment, looking inward. This ability requires a focused awareness within oneself, and for most people, it takes a bit of practice and will require that you actually stop and consciously check in with yourself. A word about quality management in a knowledge economy. If business organizations have learned anything over the last half century, it is the absolute necessity for quality management processes for continuous improvement. It is true in the industrial age for manufacturing, and it is just as true today for the knowledge economy. The formal definition of total quality management, TQM, is a comprehensive and structured approach to organizational management that seeks to improve the quality of products and services through ongoing refinements in response to continuous feedback. At the heart of any business process of continuous improvement is the iterative four-step method known as the Deming cycle of plan, do, check, act, PDCA. In today's knowledge economy of organizations, it is the efficiency and productivity of people's collective minds on the front lines that is necessary to realize organizational objectives and goals through effective, productive, collaborative behavior capacity, tactical capacity. That being said, mid-level and frontline leadership takes on a crucial role for its ability to create the necessary proficiencies within their team, their followers, and most importantly, within themselves first. As a leader, you must ensure that you are continuously improving not only your own tactical capacity, but the tactical capacity of your management team and your direct reports on the front line. In today's knowledge-based organizations, it is the duty of mid-level and frontline leadership to ensure that their behavior capacity is such that it generates the positive human energy necessary for an efficient and productive mind within each and every one they touch. When behavior is identified as a critical piece of the performance equation, it means that behavior skills must become part of the organizational total quality management plan. The foundation of a quality management process is continuous feedback and the understanding that you cannot improve what you cannot manage, and you cannot manage what you don't know. And so it is that behavior takes on a whole new importance. Just as we manage any process and skill for continuous improvement, so too we need to build individual behavior processes for improvement through continuous feedback, unique to your organization, unique to your team, and unique to each and every individual. Above all, the quality process must be kept simple and clear. It must be kept positive, and most importantly, the process must ensure an environment of trust and safety. The outcome will be a continuous improvement of self-awareness, collaboration, and connectedness, and it will result in overall employee satisfaction, overall organizational health, and above all, a success environment within which to work. These are the three domains of the positive presence behavior competencies of influential leadership: self-awareness, collaboration, and connection. These too are intangibles. These are the organizational intangibles that are driven by the personal intangibles. Organizations that blossom and flourish are blessed with leaders who have an understanding of the fundamental principles of the influential leadership behavior domains: self-awareness, collaboration, and connection. These leaders also have the discipline to intentionally and purposefully apply the principles associated with these behavior domains on a daily basis and in every human relationship. Life is a constant flow of events. The life equation, as I like to call it, E plus R equals O, which is event plus response equals outcome. Some events we experience are positive, and some are disruptive and negative. How we respond to these events determines the outcomes we get in life and at work. And today's outcomes often create tomorrow's events. The truth is that we don't always have control over the events we experience, but we always have control over how we respond. How you choose to respond will affect how well you can perform your job and how easily you are able to create and maintain relationships at work. Ultimately, how you choose to respond will affect your overall personal wellness, your physical health, and your mind health. There are no shortcuts. In our age of instant gratification, many people are looking for simple solutions and the quick and easy way to achieve success. But there are no simple solutions. Achieving your best requires hard work, discipline, and time. Influential leadership is about closing the gap between what your life is and what it could be. So enjoy the discovery and embrace the journey. The 10 behavior principles of influential leadership are a skill set which form the foundation of the 3 behavior domains of the positive presence behavior competencies: the domains of self-awareness, collaboration, and connection. Influential leadership is not a destination. It is a lifelong journey. All of us are at some unknown point between the beginning and the end of it. In everyone's life, there are battles to be fought, mysteries to be solved, and dragons to be slain. Embracing the positive presence behavior competencies of influential leadership is where real personal and organizational breakthroughs begin. Every one of these principles is interrelated. Not any single one is standalone or more important than another. On the other hand, the behaviors associated with collaboration are very difficult, if not impossible, without the principles of self-awareness. And the behaviors associated with connection are very difficult, if not impossible, without the principles of self-awareness and collaboration. Influential leaders demonstrate vital strengths that ensure their success. First, they possess the drive to achieve results. Then, they are able to take responsibility for those results. Next, they are willing to take ownership of their thoughts, their beliefs, their emotions, and their actions. And finally, they have the awareness to create and sustain collaboration and connection. Continuously building your skill of positive presence and embracing the behavior skills of influential leadership is where real breakthroughs begin, as we first seek to become the change we desire in the world. Now, it is time for a personal check-in. This means that it's time to be mindful, a time to pause and ask yourself questions. So please close your eyes. The reason you must close your eyes when you do exercises like this is because your eyes bombard your brain with messages at the speed of light. So fast, in fact, that for the most part, it is completely unconscious to you. So now, take a deep, deep breath and repeat with me, either silently or aloud. What sort of feelings have I had since my last check-in? And count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What have my thought patterns been like since my last check-in? And count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What have my behavior patterns been like since my last check-in? And count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And open your eyes. There is no answer that is ever wrong or bad. The goal is for your feelings, your thoughts, and your behaviors to move you with peace and grace toward what you want, whatever that may be. A personal check-in is also a good opportunity for you to do a physical body scan. You've been sitting for a while now, and you will need to stretch your muscles. So, either sitting or you can stand, and make a conscious effort to bring your body to a state of relaxed anticipation. Beginning at the top of your head, as you slowly breathe in and then out, I want you to first consciously acknowledge the top of your head, your scalp, and then focus on relaxing your scalp. Next, consciously acknowledge your face, and then focus on relaxing your face. Now, your arms and your hands. Gently shake them out. Now your chest, your abdomen, your hips, your legs, and your feet. Wiggle your toes and stretch it out and count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, if you are standing, please take a seat. And again, please close your eyes. This time, I would ask you to repeat after me, either silently or aloud. Please allow my mind to be open and accepting of all information coming to me, that I may think upon it in the days to come. Now open your eyes. Your ability to quiet the mind chatter and focus in the moment, your ability to be present in the moment, is a huge accomplishment and one that we will practice a lot. My friend Dina Proctor is a living testament to the fact that meditation and mindfulness not only brings peace and clarity, it can be used to train our brain for focus. I have adapted Dina's 3x3s into what I call mini-meds, with which I will lead you during our time together. So before we go to table time, I would ask you to take just a couple more minutes to practice opening your mind. So again, please close your eyes. Welcome to the mini-med for thought cleansing for an open mind. For these couple of minutes, I invite you to find a comfortable position for your body and let every muscle relax any tension right now. You may be feeling that there are so many thoughts, it just feels like your brain is so crowded and you would love to be able to just have a thorough cleansing, to have any thoughts that no longer serve you, to be easily removed and released, and to have those good flowering thoughts be even more deeply planted in your mind. Imagine that there's a warm ball of light energy that is surrounding your physical being and concentrated right around your head, just bringing a feeling of warm, supportive love around your mind and your brain. This warm light and this ball of energy is easily able to infiltrate right into your brain, right into every aspect of your mind. Let this energy in and invite it to do its work. Let it encompass every brain cell, every dimension of your mind, and weed out, easily releasing any thoughts that no longer serve you, and rewire any thinking that needs to be rewired right now. If there's something specific that's been bothering you, invite the warm, healing light to handle that situation, to come in and sort out the useful thoughts, and easily release any thoughts that are blocking your solution and your movement forward. Just really staying still and letting this light energy do all the work. It's cleaning and purifying your thoughts and rewiring the way that your thoughts are stored in your brain. Let yourself just settle and breathe deeply as this light does its work, maintaining that deep stillness and peaceful trust that this light energy is doing great positive work for you right now. And now, let your body take one last deep breath in, knowing that the thoughts remaining are those that serve you best and are grounded and present in solution and love, moving you forward. Come back to awareness. Notice your surroundings. What do you see? Is there anyone beside you? What sounds do you hear? We are now going to take time for reflection. This reflection time is referred to as table time
because this exercise is created to be shared with a discussion group of your peers. Feel free to gather around a table with your colleagues or head over to Corporate Harmony's virtual discussion group. This is also a time to stay focused on task. Be present in the moment, right here. You will see notes pages at the end of the manual section for personal use in gathering insights and questions as you move through the material. So take time to put pen to paper. There are never any wrong or bad answers. Seeing your words on paper allows your brain to open up to even greater possibilities. Putting your thoughts and feelings to words on paper opens your mind to your inner wisdom and greatness. Enjoy this time and share your insights with the discussion group. You will find this slide on page 12 in the introduction section of your manual. Next session, we will continue looking at organizational tactical capacity as it relates to your capacity as an influential leader, and a new, or maybe not so new, skill called positive presence. So, until then, live each moment of each day with harmony and purpose, and allow your grandest dreams to come true.